Okay, question 6. Use the graph to answer the question. Which series of transformations correctly maps trapezoid ABCD to trapezoid A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime? A dilation with a scale factor of 0.5 about the origin, followed by a reflection in the y-axis. A dilation with a scale factor of 2 about the origin, followed by a reflection in the x-axis. A dilation with a scale factor of 0.5 about the origin, followed by a 90 degrees clockwise rotation about the origin. A dilation with a scale factor of 2 about the origin, followed by a reflection in the y-axis. So I'm thinking to myself, how can I quickly eliminate some of these options? And I notice that 2 of them have y-axis reflections and 1 has an x-axis. So I'm going to look at it and ask myself, does this look like a y-axis reflection or an x-axis reflection? And how would I know the difference? So a y-axis reflection, here's the y-axis, we'll take the pre-image and flip it onto this side so that it would be looking something like this. So it's just going to move it onto the other side as a reflection. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a lot larger, but I think it looks like a reflection in the y-axis. Now, how come it's not a reflection in the x-axis? And a reflection in the x-axis would take this image and reflect it over this way, so it would show up in this quadrant over here. So I'm just picturing that in my mind and seeing which one is it. And so I can eliminate this one being a reflection in the x-axis because it doesn't go up. So it is going to be a y-axis reflection. At least that's what I'm thinking, and so I'm going to start by focusing on those. So the difference between this option and this option is the scale factor. This one has a scale factor of 0.5 and this one has a scale factor of 2. So what does the scale factor do to the coordinates? It enlarges them or shrinks them. So it'll either make the image larger or smaller. So how can I check? Well, I'm going to use a generic x and y coordinate, and I know a scale factor will affect, the scale factor is represented by k. So that's how I'm going to represent it. So it will take whatever the scale factor is and multiply it by the coordinate. So, and then that's for our x-coordinate. It'll do the same thing to the y-coordinate because it preserves its shape. It doesn't preserve the distance, it does preserve the shape. So it does have to do it to both the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. So now let's check from A to A prime. And we'll take our generic, we'll take our generic map. Our x and y for A is 1, negative 1. So x was 1, y is negative 1. What was the scale factor? Well, in this one, our scale factor is equal to 0.5. So wherever k is, I'm going to substitute 0.5 in for it. And this x represents our x-coordinate. So it is 1, so I'm going to substitute 1. This y represents our original y-coordinate, which was negative 1. So now I'm going to simplify, and 0.5 times 1 is 0.5, comma, 0.5 times negative 1 is negative 0.5. So no, our coordinates are not near 0.5. A prime is negative 2, negative 2. So it's not by a scale factor of 0.5. So let's check from A to A prime with a scale factor of 2. So again, we're going to take our generic, how it changes the coordinates. A's coordinates, again, is 1, negative 1. So by substitution, I'm just going to do this x and y. So x is 1. So I'm substituting 1, and y is negative 1. So I'm substituting that by negative 1. Now k is 2. So I'm going to substitute everywhere k is with 2. So now let's simplify and check. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Now, if I check, a prime is negative 2, negative 2. So how come this one is positive, and did I make a mistake? So a's x-coordinate is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. So no, we didn't make a mistake. So how can I make this negative? What's happening? Am I missing something? Well, if we go back, it says followed by a reflection in the y-axis. So if I were to map this point before a reflection, it would be at 2, negative 2 right here. So after the reflection, here's our y-axis. It is 2 to the right of our y-axis, so now in a reflection it'll be 2 to the left. That is what makes this negative. That is what makes the x-coordinate negative, followed by the reflection over the y-axis. So that means that 2 comma negative 2, it becomes negative 2 comma negative 2. So yes, it is a dilation with a scale factor of 2 about the origin, followed by a reflection in the y-axis.